Hey guys, welcome back to another regular dude fishing video. I am your friendly neighborhood regular dude, John. um, we're getting into the winter time now. We're in late fall and early winter, and the temperature, of course, is starting to change and get colder. And we just wanted to take a minute and remind everybody that wintertime fishing, while it is very fun and rewarding, is sometimes it can put you in a little bit of danger, and we just want to remind everybody to be prepared for that little bit of extra danger that the wintertime fishing can present. Naturally, I don't have an advanced degree in like rocket surgery or any of that kind of stuff, but I do know that water plus cold equals bad things. So a few of the things that I do to ensure that I am safe and have a good fishing trip and a good time while I'm doing it are number one, I always make sure I let somebody know where I'm going to be and about what time I will be returning. Number two is I try not to fish alone. Most of the time, I'll call up one of my buddies and we'll meet and we'll fish together. That way, if something happens, somebody gets injured or something, catches you off guard, you at least have some backup there with you. I also will make sure that I have a couple of different ways to start a fire because, like right now, I'm fishing at a boat ramp and I'm close to my truck and everything's hunky dory. If something happens and the boat ramp, gives in, or something happens, I slip and fall in the water, I can get right up there to my truck. But there's a lot of places that we fish that is quite a ways away from our truck and any kind of a safety. So I always make sure that I have a couple of different ways to start a fire, and I generally carry a little small bottle of rubbing alcohol with me because if you get wet in the wintertime, you find yourself soaking wet and you don't have any way to make a fire and you don't have any way to get any place that's warm and you can dry out, you're going to be in some serious trouble pretty quick. When it's extremely cold and you get wet, it does not take long at all for hypothermia to set in and for bad things to follow. So please take a time and make sure you make some small preparations. Like I said, I carry a lighter with me, and then a lot of times I will also have a fire starter ferro rod and a little bottle of alcohol because that alcohol is easily start and it burns hot and it lights with a spark. So if we're on a riverbank, there's plenty of wood and stuff around where we can get a little small fire going to start drying out and warming up. And a lot of times too, even when you start getting cold, you start losing the dexterity in your fingers. They don't work as well. You can't feel as well. And it's going to be difficult to get a fire going with matches or a lighter or something like that if you are not used to it. So I would also recommend that you, in sometime in the winter when it's cold, go outside in your backyard, let yourself get cold, let your fingers start getting cold, and then try to practice making a fire. If you already know what your body's going to experience, then it's not going to catch you as another shock to your system when you're trying to, for the first time, light a fire and you don't know how your body is going to react and how your fingers are going to work when they're cold. Just little preparations like that can save you if something happens. Bad things happen, unfortunately. Accidents happen all the time. And I also, in my bag with me, I carry a little emergency blanket, a little space blanket, and I carry extra gloves. And like I said, I have a ferro rod and a little small bottle of alcohol in my truck. I always have a wool blanket. Wool will keep you insulated even if it gets wet. And I will often have an extra jacket or extra shirt and extra socks and stuff in there. That way, if I'm able to make it back to my truck, I can get out of my wet clothes, get into some dry clothes, and start drying out and warming up. Just small little precautionary measures that you can do. Practice some of your skills, learn some of your skills. That can all save you in an emergency if you're out fishing. Like I said, wintertime fishing is great, but it can present its own set of difficulties if you don't have a little bit of foresight and a little bit of preparation in mind. So we all of us as YouTube creators, we want to encourage everybody to get out and enjoy the outdoors and have a great time doing it in nature. But we also, the river is a beautiful place, but it'll get you if you're not careful. So please be safe. Please do a little bit of research in your area. Keep in touch with the weather. You always expect it to rain. Always expect something to happen. The old saying, expect the worst and hope for the best. That way, just a few simple precautions can save you a lot of grief in the long run if you find yourself in a situation to where you get cold and wet and all that kind of stuff. So hope this helps. Just a friendly reminder, and you guys have a great day. Enjoy your fishing. We'll catch you in the next video.
Fishing!